Hello everyone, it's me Max, and last week we reviewed the MJX HyperGo 10210, and in the comments we missed some stuff, and you guys told us that. So in this video you're going to do that.
What are you doing?
I'm doing a video about all the stuff we missed on the MJX HyperGo.
It's my channel. Why are you doing this?
Well, no. I can't help the fact that you missed stuff.
Get out! Get out! Hello everyone. As you heard from that intro, we are going to be covering a few issues that I have blatantly missed, and let's not wait around and we'll cover them right now. Yo, so I'm kind of pressed for time. I don't have time to do a properly good full-on teardown of that rear diff and the centre diff, but doing a little bit of research, which I should have done in the first video, I know I'm going to have to pop some thicker grease in here to make everything kind of work properly with that 4S power. So this is my centre diff. I'm going to tear this down, take out the old grease, and I think it's 1 million CST that I'm going to pop in there. I will get this rebuilt for you and we'll be ready to bash. So yeah, I'm definitely doing it. Just being honest with y'all. Yeah, I will get this back together and we'll get out and have a bash with it, with that 4S. Diff open, and this is what we're going to be chucking in there. Apologies for the dirty fingernails. I've just given this a good clean out, and we're going to chuck some of this in it. So I'll pop that in and we'll get this all back together. Here we are, back up at our skate park, bump track and tarmac track combo place. I'm going to pop up on the screen what I probably should have done before I finished off the last video, and I feel like I've kind of shortchanged everybody, which isn't great. So thank you to everybody for letting me know in the comments that, yeah, I could have ran this thing 4S and I didn't even realise it. So as you've seen from previously, I've sorted out the diff, I've made sure that the ESC is set up properly, and we're going to go out and we're going to tear it up 4S wise. So let's see what we've got as a comparison. Well, we're back up here, and here we have what we're going to be using today. We're back up here with that MJX HyperGo 10210, and it is going up against one of my all-time favourites, 4S wise, the Arrma Mojave. I was going to say Arrma Mojave 4S, but I've just said 4S. So yeah, Arrma Mojave 4S versus this MJX. So I think this is going to be a pretty banging face-off here. Just got a couple of things I want to do. I'm not too sure if I can really kind of do backflips and stuff. Certainly not with the Mojave. But we'll have a wee face-off, we'll do some speed testing, and we'll see if this thing is worth, like, well, worth what you pay for it when you can run it 2, 3, and obviously 4S, because I have some issues, but we'll not talk about that. But I suppose letting you know what batteries we're going to use, I'm looking to... Wait, what? It's your boy Hobby King. That's right, if you check out the link in the description of my video using the code FARSIDE at the Hobby King website, you will save yourself a massive 5% on these batteries, and they are absolutely brilliant for what you pay for them. So thank you to the channel sponsor. Get some Hobby King up in your life. First up then, we'll go with the Mojave. I have got my GPS up on there, and we'll get a little speed run, set a benchmark for what it is. It is quite cold today, so probably it's going to have a bit of a negative effect on the batteries, but we'll see what kind of speeds we get, and yeah, we'll try it up against this little boy. So let's see what this can do. So GPS is not enjoying the frame rate, but it is at 0. Let's have a blast. 40.42 there. And we're on 75% throttle. So that's not very fair, is it? So we'll go again. But this time, we'll stick it on maximum throttle. Oh, right, zeroed off. This time we're on 100% on the controller. And we'll see if we could top off. I think it was about 48 I said on that. So yeah, let's have a wee look and see what we get. Oh man. There's something not right with this thing. We got up to 49.94. So I'm going to have a wee look at this and see what's going on with it, because this little fella doesn't want to play ball at times. As you can see, it's not running very well, and that has a fresh pack up in there. So anybody in the comments, have I hit some kind of temperature thing? My fan, unfortunately, is broken on the motor. So I'm going to get the body off that and we'll have a look. Okay, fresh battery. Let's see if it's the battery and not the car. There's something not right with this car. So yet again, yeah, let me know in the comments, because this thing just wants to go into like possibly LVC. So maybe I need to have a look at the ESC or something on this one. But what we got was 57.72. So thank you for your service, Arrma Mojave. You're gonna have to go back on the bench. Right, so try and make sure this is all good for you. I've managed to get the ESC connected via Bluetooth. Go. Right, so as I showed you in the first video, you have like obviously your output and whatnot. Hit set, and you can see down here, LiPo cells 4S. What a big silly goose. So we are good to go on 4S. It was as simple as that. That's why I do these things, so you don't have to. So let's have a wee rip in it and see how it goes. Right, the GPS zeroed off. I have got, let me just check my setup here. Dual rate's right up, so I'm going to crank that down, bear with me. Throttle dual rate is up high. I really don't want this to backflip over on to my little camera that I've got on top there. Give you a little bit of POV footage. So I'm just going to ease this throttle in and we'll see how we go. Right, let's see. Oh my goodness. As you saw there, that just wants to go up on its back wheels. Whoa. Ease that throttle in, even if I'm easing it in. That was still wanting a wheelie. Right. Let's have a peek and see what you've done. Wow. 66.97 kilometers an hour. I'll chuck it up on the screen what that is in miles per hour. We cater for all demographics here, but cheesy peeps, I kind of thought it was gonna be really happy. And I wasn't wrong. So with that thicker centre diff fluid in there and running 4S, this thing is wet and good. I like to say I had a fan pop up, but it was just some random dudes tell about his YouTube channel. So great way to start a video. So Oh, flipping your car. Telling you how good it is on 4S. But, so, yeah, there you go. This thing. I apologise that I've kind of shortchanged you. By my shortchange, I mean by bad driving it for you. But I don't know, how did I miss this? Probably if I look back at the video, probably like, oh yeah, it's got 4S on it. And I've just done absolutely nothing with it. And it's just going to be a continuation of the earlier video of me just saying how brilliant this is. Because it absolutely tanks on 4S. Just a shame I can kind of drive it on the 4S. It just wants to go. Now, yeah, downsides of this thing being on 4S, more wear and tear on everything really.
In the business, we call this foreshadowing.
That would be the only downside on it, which, again, just like reading comments, speaking to my boy Vapor, thicker diff oil in the middle, helps the back end it a wee bit more. I'm not a trained mechanic, so I need to look into why that is. But what I could tell you is this thing, if it's driven properly, is absolute heaps of fun. And I've got a nice wee setup here, so bring it down, and here we go. Watch this. Just silky smooth. Just keeps on going. Yeah. Loves it. I still think probably do probably like a little bit thicker shock oil in it, because yeah, bigger battery, well, more zhuzh, should we say, in the ESC, way faster on the 4S. It is going to chassis slap more, which is, yeah, I'm not going to take this to the skate park because it's probably going to end up being bad news. Whoa! Got a Goodboi! Cue the Goodboi music, go on then. Yes! Cool! Get in! Right, I think I'll help these. Oh, there he is, he's distracted. Brilliant. That's a Goodboi moment for ages. Excellent. Cue up that music. Anyway, so what we're doing before, I'm going to stop waffling, and yeah, I think we all like the driving shots, don't we? So one last backflip, bang, there we go, and let's cue some driving for you. Yay. Well, I was hoping to get some footage for you, and one silly jump later, I have sheared the top of that shock absorber. Well, I did say to you, 4S means more power, bigger jumps, bigger bumps. So, bit of a shame really. I was fair enjoying that. Back to the office, wherever you want. As my grandmother would say, never look a gift cow milk it when there's two in the bush. So, did a little recalibration on the ESC, on the Mojave, and it's playing ball again. So, as much fun as this thing is, it is obviously way longer bodied, more premium, yeah, but, and this thing still absolutely rips. Now I have put some metal steering linkages in there and I've kind of lost a little bit of the steering, which isn't great, but as you can see, this thing still absolutely flies. So I felt, yeah, I didn't really want to short change it. I'll get home, we'll have a look and see if I've got any spares that can fit the old MJX. But I've not had the Mojave out for ages and I just wanted to have a wee blast at it again as well. But a little comparison, definitely way more planted. I think this thing weighs more than what the MJX does. I'm not overly sure about the specs on the motor and what gearing this is running, but speed comparison speaks for itself. That MJX was absolutely flying on the speed test, and yeah, fair enough, one's a stunt truck and one's a short course truck, but bang for your buck is absolutely superb. Yay. Come on. There you go. It's absolutely superb, as the MJX is. The Mojave and its little grom brethren are two of my absolute favourite RCs like I've ever had, because you can do that with them. Will it go? Will it go? Oh, well. See, these things are absolute tanks until you try and self-right them in the grass. Is it going to go? Is it going to go? Go on, go on, go on. Yeah, no. Come on, come on. Ah, walk of shame. But heavens to Betsy, there's a lot of people coming out with their dogs now, so maybe not a good idea to go for some massive sense. But yeah. Yeah, that's just the front end getting eaten. There we go. So I've got to say, when I upgraded the steering servo on this, I don't think I've done it right. Just seems a bit slack. Turns better one way than the other. Potentially in need of a different servo, because I did change the servo in it. But short of everything like that, this thing is still weapons grade good. but only turns one way because I'm a fool. And I know that you do get a lot of guff in the bottom of these. Let's have a good look, see if my duct tape's still there, kind of. But yeah, I need to go back to the drawing board with this one. Try and get it back to its fighting best, because this thing is just weapons grade awesome out of the box, to be honest. But reading online saying that, yeah, you can get a wee bit better steering and whatnot, I've just made it flipping worse. But still go and do that, and it's still an absolute tank until it hits LVC. Oh, what a tie. Right then. I think it's now back to the office, desk, house, place. Do you see? Not to labour a point, but why do 4S when you're only telling people it's 2 and 3S on the box? Anyway, the 10210 is now repaired. I've managed to get some other shocks on here, well, shock end caps for this, so I can get it out ripping again. I have to say, I have got no idea why MJX would do that, but I hope I have made up for it in the video. You've seen how capable this thing is on 4S as well as 2 and 3S, and you also got a little bit of bonus footage with the Mojave 4S as well, which I hopefully will get back up to 100% again, possibly in a future video. But yeah, I have to say I have possibly missed this because I did get a little bit excited.
Well, then I get all excited. I'm like Jojo, the idiot circus boy with a pretty new pet.
And thank you for the people who commented and let me know that I've missed a trick here. So yeah, that is a little bit of a video just to show you that this also has 4S. And I think I've laboured that point enough. So if you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button, chuck me a like, chuck me a comment, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.